Hi, we're here with Rob Schock, and he is the Executive Director of TVIN, which is the Tri-Valley Innovation Network. Rob, welcome.
Thank you.
Good. So tell us about this. Why did you do it?
I was approached by Toby Brink, who is the president of the Tri-Valley Business Council. Some time ago, Toby and I had worked together when he was president of the San Ramon Chamber of Commerce, and I was the treasurer. And he said he was involved, he was going to do a project that he thought that I might have some interest in, because he knows that I am a finance guy who has done a fair amount of work with entrepreneurs over the last several years, and had had conversations within the chamber about creating some events and functionalities, other functionalities for entrepreneurs. And said he was starting an effort, and would I be interested in becoming a part of it? So I did.
So why would entrepreneurs want to join this group? What's in it for them?
Well, I think the basic, although we didn't think of it at the time, I think the basic notion that stands behind everything we did in building the site was the idea that there has to be a more efficient way for entrepreneurs to figure out how they convert an idea into a business, and maybe we could help them do that. And we started off by thinking about what a mentoring program could look like, such that entrepreneurs could get the experience of working with some senior people with experience that would be valuable to them. And from then we expanded it out to talk about, well, if you can identify a set of mentors, let's talk about the larger world of other resources that could be available and would be useful to them that may well already reside in the Tri-Valley area. So instead of having to go find a consultant over in San Mateo or Marin County or wherever else, maybe there's somebody that lives down the block and you just don't happen to know who they are, because there is no set of yellow pages for consultants, for example. So then we said, okay, once you're going to do that, then you'd like to know what other resources are available, like investors. So we decided that we were going to create a big database and make this a device by which entrepreneurs could identify and locate and contact resources. And from that, we then said, what other kinds of resources would could an entrepreneur use? And because I have been heavily involved in building a lot of business plans, I've had some notions about what it takes to build a business plan, and we decided we could incorporate that into our activities. And the idea was that we could create a capability such that an entrepreneur could take a set of team members, and on a single site they could develop their business plan, and out of which you could produce a business plan in different formats that are available for either investors or for other persons of interest to the entrepreneur. So we then built a business plan wing of the system that we have, and then we realized we wanted to have we needed some events in order to get people together, because if you just have something where everybody's sitting in their own garage playing with a website, that was not ultimately people are going to get bored, and you had to have some connectivity between people. So we created a robust event menu that includes seminars and seminars, workshops, what do I call it? Roundtables, and then showcases, so that they can get in front of investors. So that's what we did.
Really smart, really great idea. I know I've been talking to a lot of the people that were here tonight at this kickoff, and people are really getting a lot out of it. So where do you see it going in the future?
Well, we have a lot to do to polish up the site. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of functionalities in the site that people haven't gotten to yet, because the whole emphasis has been getting people to get registered, and not only get registered on the site, but now start to get registered for the various events that are coming on. There's other debugging to do on the site. We have a menu of the events we want to do. Now we have to put those all together so that they're all ready to go. We'll be averaging probably two events a month going forward. The success of tonight suggests that maybe we ought to be thinking about adding some other networking events like this, which we had not really previously contemplated. We could do that. I think another idea that's percolating along a little bit is that the real customer for our services in this, the way it's currently configured, were the early stage entrepreneurs, somebody that has an idea but didn't know what to do with it. There's another whole other class of entrepreneurs out there called entrepreneurs, who are employed by companies who still have an idea and yet within the company don't really have the resources, and so we need to find a way to reach out to them and make what we have available to them. So we have a brand, we need to expand our market a little bit. So, so there's a couple things we have, plus there's some other stuff that we'll have to work on once we get this up and functioning right.
Well, it sounds great. I think you're doing a great job, and just getting people involved with one another and finding out who's out there. Like you said, somebody could be right down the street and you wouldn't even know it.
Right.
But this is a great opportunity to especially get all these communities together.
We hope so.
Well,
we've been very, very fortunate in having some of the partners, the people who stepped up and said they'd like to become partners with us in what we're doing, the Keiretsu Forum, Lawrence Livermore Lab, S-Phase, the one that has more events than anybody else located in the Valley, but does one event here in the East Bay.
Yeah.
So we're partnering with them. We'll publicize their event. They'll publicize our events. They have a list of 11,000 names.
Wow.
So if we can add them with our list, maybe sometime we'll get up to 3,000 to 4,000 names. We'll see. But,
great partners, because you're doing a great service.
Hope so.
Great.
Hope so.
Thank you so. Oh, would you like to say anything else to the entrepreneurs?
Well, I was to the entrepreneurs. I say, come in, get your feet wet, pick up the phone, give me a call, tell me what it is you need, and I'll figure out some way to try to get it to you.
That's wonderful.
How's that?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Anytime.